Everybody don't want to travel all over the United States working on projects. Being away from home for extended periods of time is just not for everybody. It even got old for me after a while. In this video, I'm sharing where you can start looking for contracting opportunities in your local community and state. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel. If you're looking to grow your government contracting business, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any trainings when we drop them here on this channel. And when we go live, make sure you'll also turn on that notification bell. And while you're at it, like this video. So in today's video, we're going to talk about where you can start looking for contracting opportunities and who administers those contracts. At the end of this video, I'll also put a link to my government contractor accelerator program where I'm helping small business owners, minority-owned businesses transition from being in the private sector to expanding their business into government contracting and taking advantage of those million-dollar contracting opportunities. So make sure you check it out, see if it's a good fit for you, and if so, I'll see you on the inside. Now, here's my thing. I look for contracting opportunities all over the United States. For me, my motto is, if it makes dollars, it makes sense. Now, you have to decide what makes sense for you. Nobody can tell you, what your philosophy will be, where you'll start looking for contracting opportunities, or who you desire to work with. You are the CEO of your business, and you have to make those tough decisions. So, which agencies you decide to work with, it's up to you. But once you do decide that, you will then know where to start looking for contracting opportunities. All right, let's get to it. How to find contracting opportunities in your state. So the first place you want to look is within your city, the city that you live in, but also expanding to the other cities, the surrounding cities, or all of the cities within your state, just depending on how far you want to travel to a project. But don't discount your cities. The cities have contracting opportunities just like at the federal level. So if you want to work within any city, make sure you register with that particular city. Now, some cities will come together where they'll have a joint portal where it services maybe multiple cities in the surrounding area. So you'll just have to do that research and see whatever city you decide you want to work with, how you need to get registered and where that is. So I can't tell you the URL because you'll have to search it. Every city has their own system in place for that. So you'll have to just search within your city. You can go to your city's website and find out that information. All right, the second place you want to start looking is within your county. So you have your city and then you have your county. So your county encompasses multiple cities, okay? But things can be done at a county level. So you also want to check your local county where you reside, where your business reside, and then you can again expand out from that. Again, they're going to have their own portal that you'll have to get registered with. And once you do that, then that will service that particular county. And within that county, remember, there's various cities as well. So it's really dependent on who's funding the project as to whether it would be a city project or a county project. And then thirdly, don't discount or miss out on your ISDs, your independent school districts. They also have their own contracting opportunities that they will put out as well. So make sure you're on the lookout for that too if you want to do work with your local school systems. Now, many of the larger cities have their own outreach programs that they have in place. So be on the lookout for that, where they will have local events, as well as outreach, networking events and things like that as well, where they're looking for you guys, small business owners, minority-owned businesses, and they have opportunities for you. So make sure you're on their radar. At the county level as well, they may have what they put out is a projected solicitations that they're going to put out over a period of time. Sometimes it's a 90-day look ahead. Sometimes it's even a 6-month or a 12-month look ahead. Okay, so make sure if the county is where you're trying to go, get your hands on that. Even the ISDs have their own projected solicitations and things they're buying as well. So all of them have these documents that they've compiled of opportunities that they foresee coming out in the near future, or things they're looking for in that moment. So make sure you're on their radar again, and that you're getting those lists. Okay, and usually when they have events there at conferences and things like that, they'll have those lists there printed out for you, and you can just grab one at that time. If you're not at the event, go to their website, find out who's the contact person, and you can reach out to them and get it that way as well. I want you to let me know in the comments, are you looking for contracting opportunities in your local community or state? Let me know in the comments, yes or no, no or yes. So let me just share something with you. So I think it was last week, maybe? Yeah, last week I went to a conference where contractors were. Okay, so it was for contractors. And what I learned is what I'm sharing with you guys here in this video. Now, of course, I already knew this because I've been in contracting for many, many years. But here's the thing, it still holds true. They're putting out these lists. They're looking for you guys, small businesses, minority-owned businesses. Larger companies are there looking for subcontracting opportunities that they can give out to small businesses because they have contracting goals that they have to meet. Okay, so make sure you're out there doing what you need to do, networking, meeting the people that you need to meet, so that you can take advantage of these opportunities. I also learned that, there's some bond programs out in the local community for various cities and things like that, where they have contracting dollars set aside for large projects. So they have, usually what happens is they have a large prime contractor that's over the project, but then that large prime contractor is looking for subcontractors, minority-owned businesses, so that they can sub out some of the work to them because they have subcontracting goals that they must meet. Okay, so I'm telling you, they are looking for you. You just have to get on their radar. And the first thing is to decide who's your customer, what area do you want to work in, and then that will lead you in the right direction. That leads me into number 4. I kind of mentioned that, the bond program. They have money. So you don't have to convince them that, hey, you guys need my service, you guys need my product. They already know there's a bond program in place. Most cities have a bond program, okay? And it's like with these programs, when you already know they have money sitting there for these opportunities, you don't have to convince them again that they need your product or service. But here's the kicker. You don't have to chase them down for your money either. I've heard the horror stories in the private sector of contractors not paying or customers not paying. Who wants to deal with that? I don't. You also want to get in touch with your purchasing agents and buyers. And you want to make sure you're communicating with them. Who is that key person? Do this agency, do this company, city, county, state, do they have a diversity program? If so, who's over that diversity program? You want to make sure you're in communication with key personnel. And then once you start getting opportunities at this level, please make sure you're within schedule and within budget. Now, if you have to get off a schedule because maybe the weather or something like that, or we have material shortages going on right now as it relates to construction, communication is key. Letting your customer know, letting your client know that, hey, here's the deal, we just can't get these products anywhere until this date. It's going to push the schedule back. It's not your fault, right? It's just what is going on in the industry right now. So make sure you communicate what's going on whenever you have any delays, or whenever you have shortages in materials that's going to push the schedule back, or if something happens and say the prices go up for whatever reason and you now need to do a change order, maybe because you have to increase the price on something, or something unforeseen on the project happens that may entail a change order, which means now you're changing the budget. You also want to look at bid timelines as you're looking at your city, county, and state opportunities. Look at your bid timeline. When are bids announced? Now, I already told you guys that they put out these reports that you can use and see when opportunities are coming down the pipeline, whether it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, sometimes even a year out. You want to be on top of that, and you can do that when you know who's your customer. You also want to make sure you attend those pre-proposal meetings and what is that timeline. All of this information is provided for you. A lot of times when they put out those projected solicitations, all of this information is there. When the bid is going to be announced, the pre-bid timeline, when you can ask questions by, that deadline, whatever date you have to have your questions in by, they're going to tell you that. When is the bid due? The due date of the bid. They're really serious about these dates and these deadlines. And then when they'll have their evaluation meeting where their key personnel will come together and then they will decide who they are going to award the contract to. So you want to make sure you're on top of this. Know who's your customer, right? So that entails what area you want to play in. Your local city, county, state, or all of them. It's up to you. Once you know who's your customer, you can start looking for those opportunities, see when those bid timelines are. When do you have to do a pre-bid meeting? Okay, when do you have to have any questions that you have submitted? And then when is that bid due? And then when do they plan to award that contract? All of that you want to make sure you stay on top of. Now, also don't forget subcontracting work. You can also look for that within your city, county, and state. Find the prime contractor and then look for those subcontracting opportunities. So there you have it, how to find contracting opportunities in your local community and state. For those of you that are already working in the private sector, maybe you're doing residential, commercial, or even corporate contracts right now, and you want to expand your business into the federal government marketplace, definitely check out my Government Contract Accelerator program. I am helping you guys expand into the federal government marketplace and take advantage of these million-dollar contracts and changing the game for yourself, your family, and those generations to come. All right, so I'll put that link down below. Now, if you've been hanging out here on my channel for a while and you have not subscribed to this channel, why not? Don't you think it's time for us to partner on your government contracting journey as you transition from the private sector into government contracting? Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and like this video. And remember, you're just one contract away. Bye for now.